It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little 2 for Tuesday. We got a little NBA action tonight. 76ers and the Knicks. Can the Knicks close out the series in New York? Philadelphia. They got their injured superstar Joel Embiid. We will talk all kinds of basketball, especially at 12 o'clock because we have my good buddy Zach Boyd coming on. We're going to talk about today's action because not only do you have the 76ers and the Knicks, you got the Magic and the Cavs. You got the Pacers and the Bucks. Now, you know, the Magic and the Cavs, they're all knotted up at 2 games apiece. That series is a little nuts. Cleveland came out and punched them in the face first 2 games. I'm like, this is going to be ugly. And then the Magic countered and almost had 2 knockout blows to the Cavs. These games have not been close. They have been one big beatdown after another, but by both teams. Then the Pacers and the Bucks tonight. Can't wait to talk about that one, man. The Bucks down in the series 3-1. Yes, you heard that right. But, man, the Pacers, you got to give them a lot of credit. Miles Turner's the truth. Miles Turner, 6'11", shooting trays, making plays. We got a lot of NBA to break down. Plus, you know, we had some action last night. And, of course, LeBron James was in on the action. So we're going to talk a little bit about L.A. and Denver. Jamal Murray was awesome. I mean, 2 game-winning shots. One going down the right side over Anthony Davis. His time expired. A crazy shot where he falls in the corner and everybody buries him. Anthony Davis almost looks like he's going to get, run over by all the Indiana fans. But then last night, going to his left, finishing with the right, tough shot, but so pretty, nothing but net. My goodness, Jamal Murray. That dude does not get the credit he deserves. There was so many things they were talking about last, like people were talking about, like Jamal Murray. Do you know how many All-Star games he's had?
0.
Pretty wild, isn't it?
It is wild.
I mean, Jamal Murray is... the best team in the world right now, you would still have to say, is the Denver Nuggets. Minnesota and Denver are going to start this series off on Saturday. Minnesota has something to say about that. And that's going to be a hell of a series that we're going to talk about. But damn, man, when I look at this Nuggets team, I listen to Mike Malone talk after the ball game. I see what Jamal Murray does, the big shots. Down the stretch, my man's got ice water going through his veins. Jokic makes the big pass. But when you talk about a team, they are just a team. I mean, Jokic is the dude. Don't get me wrong. He is that man. Jamal Murray's the closer. But Aaron Gordon's defense and athleticism are absolutely ridiculous. The way that guy gets rebounds off missed shots. Defends. He's going to be on Ant-Man on this series. You know that. I mean, he's guarding the best player on the other team. You got Michael Porter Jr., who is tall, long, and Jonte's brother, who's not suspended from the association. The dude is just a stroker. Can flat out hit all the shots that you need him to take care of. Like, you look at that team as a team. They play together. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hits big shots when he's called upon. Like, they don't have any, they were down in this series. And I don't know how many people realize this, for 165 minutes. The Lakers led the series for 165 minutes. The Nuggets only led for 59 minutes. 16 minutes, it was tied. But it was a 4-1 sweep. I mean, a 4-1 gentleman's sweep. Because down the stretch, man, this Nuggets team just knows how to, they just make the right plays. They just do it. Reggie Jackson played great. I mean, The whole team, as a collective, just goes out there and does everything that you ask them to do. And then Jokic, this dude's so ridiculous. Everybody's talking about Murray, who had 32 points, the game winner, 7 dimes. But let's not forget, Jokic had 25 points. He had 20 boards and 9 assists, almost another triple-double. Just a damn freak. But Saturday, the only bad thing about this series is it's not till Saturday, which could be good for Jamal Murray's calf. But man, last night Jamal Murray did his thing. He is a bad man. What else can you say? They just do it. They just do it the right way. And Anthony Davis, him getting his shoulder banged up, I think that did hurt the Lakers down the stretch. Also think the fact that D'Lo plays for the Lakers hurt the Lakers. He doesn't really give you anything. And I feel bad actually for Darvin Ham. I was listening to a little sports talk this morning. Of course, I don't know why I always pay attention to Jay Williams stuff because he's always on the Twitter and he's always on some radio station or TV talking crazy. And he's calling for Darvin Ham's job. We know Anthony Davis said earlier in the series that they didn't know what they were doing down the stretch. Darvin Ham had a little pushback on that. But, man, when you listen to Mike Malone after that ball game, I thought it was pretty impressive. He was talking about how Darvin Ham is a unbelievable coach. He's done a great job. Hopefully he can keep that job and how difficult that job is. And then went right into saying how great LeBron James is. He's played forever, and that's a great team and all that stuff. But basically he was saying, like, could you imagine having to deal with Anthony Davis and LeBron James? The L.A. market. And Darvin Ham has still only lost in the playoffs to the Denver Nuggets the last 2 years. Now, were they 10 seed this year? Yeah, that was terrible. But they did win the play-in tournament. So they can put that up on the walls, right? No, but we're going to have to see what's going to happen with L.A. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with their coach situation. LeBron James has until June 29th. He can decide if he wants to opt into his final year of his contract. Or did you know LeBron James can become a free agent if he wants? We'll find that out before June 29th. He says by the way, last night, when he was talking in the post game, he said basically, he's going to basically see what's best for his career, talk to his agent, talk to his family, talk to his wife Savannah and his children, and they're going to collectively decide on their future. So it will probably be late June before we know, but I'm kind of curious what's going to happen because, remember, Bronny James has declared for the NBA draft. He's always said he wanted to play with his son. But damn it, I bet LeBron James don't like going out like that. 2 years in a row, losing to the Nuggets. And yes, they might have been a 10 seed, but damn, they gave the Nuggets all they wanted and some more. I mean, it's crazy. They led those games every game they led by double digits. Yet they could only win one. In fact, they were only able to win one of the last 13 games they played against the Nuggets. Who knows what's going to happen with LeBron James? I think it's going to be a fascinating situation, and I'm sure last night you also saw, since LeBron James is out of the playoffs, Kevin Durant's out of the playoffs, and guess who else is out of the playoffs? That would be one Steph Curry. How long do you think it's been since the playoffs have had no LeBron, no KD, no Steph in the second round? How long do you think? What year were you born?
I was born in 2000.
So you were 5 years old. So you don't remember a second round of the NBA playoffs with at least one of these dudes in it.
Guess not. How about that?
I mean, can you remember anything but from when you were 5 years old? Because I know I sure can't.
Yeah, a couple things, but not like
when you were
like
5?
this. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I know
anything.
something that comes to mind when I was 3, but I don't know.
3?
When I was 5, so maybe not.
Man, what is wrong with my memory? I think my first
Well,
memory
you're much older than me.
is my 10th birthday.
Sure. I mean, you lose some of those memories as you get older, I'm sure. Because
can't.
you need more space in your brain to fill up with all those, old man memories.
Yeah, I still think, though, that we're all just getting dumber because we don't actually remember anything because of our phones.
Probably right.
It's so easy to find something out, bing, bang, boom. And by the way, the thing that's so funny is I don't ever know if we're finding out the truth. Because whatever you ask your phone, you can find an argument on both sides for it.
Sure.
Pretty interesting.
But every illness you have is cancer.
Oh, yeah, that's the scary thing about WebMD. But yeah, it's the first time we haven't had KD, Steph, LeBron since 2005. That's for like people like my man Brian Dacus. That's basically his whole life in memory. I mean, again, 1 through 5, I ain't remembering jack. But now it's like a new era. And Jamal Murray, by the way, like you said, you know, Jokic is that superstar, but Jamal Murray, most underrated player right now, again, already has a title. He's so unique. He has 0 All-Star appearances. He has no All-NBA teams, obviously. No regular season accolades at all. None. But did you know that only Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and AI freaking Allen Iverson have more 50-point playoff games?
Wow.
Did you know? Think about that.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
MJ, Wilt, and Allen Iverson.
It's good good group to be with.
I mean, he's already got one just ridiculous playoff run last year under his belt, and the start of this one looks even better than last year's. Like Series 1, Lakers, 2-game winners. At the buzzer. In your house. I mean, that was a 32-point game last night. Makes the shot to win it, going left off one leg, shooting with his right hand. And did you not know how, didn't you feel, honestly, like once he had the ball in his hand, you're like, oh, they're about to win this game. He's going to hit this shot. And he also hit that huge three-pointer. Like, I mean, and again, Aaron Gordon, who got the big rebound. There was Aaron Gordon, Anthony Davis, and Rui down in the bottom, all fighting for it. And who comes back with it? Aaron Gordon kicks it out to an open Jamal Murray, buries the damn three. If you can't tell, I like this Nuggets team. I love the fact that Mike Malone's like the 4th member of the Beastie Boys. I like the fact that Jamal Murray's the kid out of Kentucky that just is always overlooked, but yet is in the playoffs silky smooth and ridiculous. I love the high-flying antics of Aaron Gordon. I mean, my man is a flyer. He will tomahawk dunk on your face. And then Michael Porter is just a cold-blooded assassin out there. Love this team, but damn it, man, Saturday when they line up to play Minnesota, that's going to be scary awesome. And I'm kind of curious with my love for this Denver team because, one, it's kind of hard. Like, you know, new things come in. Denver was what they were last year. You like them. Like, how can you not like a 7-foot Serbian who doesn't look like he's in shape, dominating everybody in the world? It's fun. Like, this is a fun team. But, you know, Minnesota and Ant-Man, did you see him the other day doing the X to the I would call it the crotch area? Did you hear him in his post game telling Big Cat? Did you know? I can't say the words that he said on air, but did you see his post game presser? Mm-hmm. I mean, he had Kendrick Perkins crack it up on Twitter doing all kinds of funny stuff. Like Anthony Edwards was telling Big Cat, basically, hey, big idiot, can you play basketball without fouling? And he was dropping all kinds of colorful language. I'm calling some adverbs and some adjectives and all kinds of good stuff. But he's really cool. But there is a dude on that team called Mike Conley. And I don't know how you don't like Mike Conley. Like, I love Mike Conley. Mike Conley is still balling. And how cool would it be? He didn't get one with the Grizzlies, but how cool would it be? One of the greatest point guards ever to come through this franchise. One of the greatest people, period. I mean, when he came out of Ohio State and came to Memphis, what he went through when he first got here to become the player that he is. And to be the man that he is and the class act. He carries himself with class. I mean, how can you not like Mike Conley? How cool would it be seeing him get a ring? And be contributing at this age. A serious factor. I know for me, I sure as hell am rooting for him. And I like this Minnesota team. Do you remember how much you know me. I'm wishy-washy. I change like the wind. And I still don't like Rudy. Don't get me wrong. I still can't stand that fool. But I overlook him for a few reasons. I overlook him because Mike Conley's awesome. Ant-Man is the next. Do you remember Anthony saying back in the day when he was on these airwaves, always saying that? Because we always joke around about Jimmy Butler being Michael Jordan's love child. Mm-hmm. And Anthony said, no. It's Anthony Edwards. That's Michael Jordan's love child. The way that man's playing right now and the way he's flying through the sky and the nasty dunks. I mean, he hit his head on the rim with a block this year. The best block of the season. He's had at least 2 of the top 3 or 4 dunks all year long. Like, he's a damn stud. How can you not like Ant-Man? I like this damn Minnesota Timberwolves team. I really do. Edwards went off for 40 points the other night with nine dimes. Was just awesome all over Phoenix. They didn't have an answer. And, of course, how can you forget Kyle Anderson? He's on that team. Slow-mo. Minnesota-Denver, that series is on Saturday. It's going to be flat-out awesome. I cannot wait to watch. Cannot wait. Also got to give some credit last night for what I saw with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I will tell you, this is a fun team. They might be the youngest damn team ever to be a number 1 seed. And everybody talks about how young they are. They're a bunch of little babies. But my goodness, this team has just got scores all over the court. I mean, all over the court. Did anybody think Jalen Williams was going to turn into this? Maybe Jalen Williams' mama. And I know he was a lottery pick, wasn't he?
He was.
Was he the last pick of the lottery?
He was close to it.
Close. I mean, I don't even know where he played college basketball.
Santa Clara.
Thank you. How was I supposed to know that? I couldn't remember Santa Clara. Santa Clara. Man, come out of... I was like, Jalen Williams. This dude is a stroker.
He's the 12th pick.
He was the 12th pick, so he was in the lottery.
He was.
Okay, more people expected it than I did, for damn sure. But I'm like, when they got Jalen Williams, I wasn't thinking much.
Right. You're probably going, who's this kid from Santa Clara?
Like, exactly. That's exactly what I did. But dude is bad to the bone. And then I got to say, Lou Dort plays defense.
Sure does.
He gets up in your britches, bro. He's worse than Jokic. I mean, I'm telling you. Dort is all over the place. He's not that big, but he plays huge. In that series, Brandon Ingram was so sick and tired of seeing Lou Dort up in his business. Every time Lou Dort was off of him, did you notice Ingram was shooting? He's like, that dude, he's not on me, man. Let me pull this sucker up. And he still didn't do jack. Dort held him the other last night. He scored 8 points. He's their number 1 option, man. 97-89 was the final. That under looked really good, buddy.
Sure did.
Thank you. If you can't tell, that's what I took. Also, that damn Denver game. In game, LA gets a nice little lead. You go money line on Denver minus 120, son. Kind of like that, too. But we're going to talk about our bets at the very end of the series because, we got 3 basketball games going on tonight. We also have a little bit of baseball. Have not jumped deep up in the baseball. We will get into it, I promise you. I've been watching tons of MLB Network, loving a little baseball. You got day baseball today. You got Detroit and the Cardinals.
Doubleheader.
Cardinals and Tigers. You know who's pitching against the Cardinals?
For which game? Kyle
The
Gibson's
first game. No, pitching against.
Oh, it's Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, dude. Are the Cardinals going to light him up like a Christmas tree?
I hope so.
That's an interesting one. But we have some baseball we're going to bet on. We're going to talk about again. I got some crazy Hardwood stories. We're going to talk about Nick Saban. And I watched a lot of it, and somehow I missed this. I didn't see him talk about how he admitted to being a cheater when he was a college football head coach. I'm going to tell you more about that story, and I'm going to remind you why. You know, the problem with making people your heroes is that they're people. They always let you down because we are people. I mean, think about, Nick Saban didn't do anything like devastating. But I did see some people who were like, oh my God, if Nick Saban's cheating. Bro, everybody's cheating. And nobody becomes a college football head coach without a little cheating. The old saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Well, that's pretty much the truth in everything. Sadly, but it is. On the other side, though, I'm so excited. We have David Cobb from CBSSports.com. We're talking college basketball. We're talking college football, NBA draft, NFL draft. Man, we got a lot to get to. Don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Regions Bank presents Live at the Garden at Radians Amphitheater June 6th with Dierks Bentley. This summer's lineup also includes the Goo Goo Dolls, John Fogerty with George Thorogood, Sam Hunt, and Styx with Foreigner. All season and individual tickets on sale now. Live at the Garden is also presented by South State Duncan Williams, AutoZone, True Green, The Lilly Company, Gossett Motors, Pro Show, and Mahaffey Events. For more information, go to radiansamp.com.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better? I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
As the seasons change, so does the need for reliable home comfort. It's time to turn to the experts with Choates, where your family's comfort is our top priority. Right now, Choates is making it easier than ever to upgrade your home's climate control with our exceptional Carrier systems. There's never been a better time to enhance your comfort. Select from incredibly low monthly payments, 36 months no interest financing, or choose our $1,650 Cool Cash rebate instead and lower the upfront cost on select Carrier systems. It's not just savings, it's cool cash in your pocket. Low monthly payments, no interest financing, or cool cash rebates? Whatever you choose, you're choosing quality, reliability, and the trusted service of Choates. Call us today at 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com to learn more about these incredible savings. But hurry, these deals are as fleeting as a cool breeze on a hot day. Choates, let our family serve your family.
Todd is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Todd, and I live in Georgia. I'm a veteran of 23 years. I love to give back to the community, whether it's my fellow veterans, some guy on the street corner. I offer what I can, when I can. I started noticing that my memory was slipping, and I wanted to take proactive measures to try to help that. I saw a Prevagen commercial and I did some research on it, and I wanted to find out, does this stuff really work? I started taking Prevagen about 3 years ago. Since taking Prevagen, I feel clearer in my thoughts, my memory has improved, and generally just more on point.
Prevagen is available in stores everywhere without a prescription. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
This Mother's Day, let's celebrate the woman who held our scraped knees, cheered our victories, and nurtured our dreams, and show her the love she deserves. Of course, there's no single gift that can truly express the depths of our love, but this Mother's Day at Genesis Diamonds, we'll help you find something truly special. From sparkling diamonds to timeless pearls to colored gemstones, we have it all. And the trusted experts at Genesis are here to help you find the perfect piece that helps you say, "Thank you, Mom." It's a perfect time to see the amazing collection of exclusive and acclaimed jewelry designers at Genesis, like Gabriel & Company, Shy Creation, Tacori, A. Jaffe, Simon G., and more. You can find all the mothers in your life something unique, handcrafted and beautiful. Jewelry she can wear and appreciate every day. Mom deserves the best. Let us help make this Mother's Day truly unforgettable with something affordable yet timeless. Happy Mother's Day from Genesis Diamonds. On Poplar and Perkins Extended.
All 650 acquisition V, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200. Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 4/30/2024. Dealer stock only.
Hey, Jeff Allen, what's happening over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah Wonderland?
Randy, we are making magic on Mount Moriah. 2024 Kia Forte LXS 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month, and a 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease.
And 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9, and always get peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
So get over there, Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Like bottles of Tito's. No, seriously, man. If life ever hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. And that's Tito's handmade vodka. You know it's American vodka, baby. Crafted and distilled down in Austin, Texas. 6 times distilled, then stilled in classic copper pots. Very unique flavor, slightly sweet with that black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. Hell, it's almost noon. It's almost Tito's time. What up, DC? How are you doing? It's David Cobb from CBSSports.com. What's up, homie?
What's up, John? How are you?
Man, you know I'm doing well, man. NBA basketball's in full swing. Tigers, they're always doing a little something. NFL draft was straight up awesome. Baseball, man, I can't complain about anything.
That's good. I always appreciate your positivity, John. You're real upbeat most of the time. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You have a bad day every once in a while, just like everybody else. But like most of the time, man, I can count on you to lift the spirits. I appreciate that.
Man, I'm glad you said that. And I also got to tell you something, man. You've been lifting my spirits. I follow you on Twitter at David W. Cobb. I always find some great articles because you're always dropping some interesting things. But I honestly found something like the Pac-12 is now dead. It's gone.
R.I.P.
And they produced 8 first-round draft picks. That's the most for the league since 2015. Only the SEC had more. How crazy is it that we're saying goodbye?
Yeah, it's surreal. It's no longer the Power Five. I mean, that's official now. We've got, a few more weeks of Pac-12 baseball and softball, but basketball's done, football's done in the Pac-12. We're now, watching these spring games, talking about how Washington's going to fit in the Big Ten and how Arizona State's going to look in the Big 12. It's surreal. It's as big of a change to college sports as there has been in my lifetime. from a realignment perspective, because there's been other realignment in the past, but it's been a couple of teams here and there, and the Big Ten expanding, and the SEC adding Missouri and Texas A&M. But now we've got an entire conference that's being dissolved and basically merging into three other leagues, with the ACC, the Big 12, and the Big 10 all adding Pac-12 teams, and then, of course, the SEC adding Texas and Oklahoma. So it's going to be jarring when you turn on the TV in early September and you see a Big Ten logo on the field at Austin Stadium and stuff like that. I don't know that I've fully wrapped my mind around that yet.
Man, that is going to be something that's going to be fun. But I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, it's hard when you get older. Like, it's hard for change. Like, the older you get, change becomes a little bit more difficult. I still have I have 2 cell phones right now, which is crazy. But I'm the most anti-cell phone person in the world. These are difficult stories, David. I don't know if I need to talk about why I have 2 cell phones on the air right now. But just know I have 2 of them.
John, I wouldn't be surprised if you had 3 cell phones, because you need one for your Tinder account, and then you need another one for your weekly purchases, and then it's just I'm not surprised, and I could also see you rocking a flip phone like that. I could just see that,
dude. I would love one of those old school joints. Actually, it's hilarious. Now, I don't even know how I got off on this. The change. Oh yeah, the change is always a little bit difficult for everybody, especially when you get older. But I will say, the way the SEC now is shaped out, the Big Ten, what it looks like, I am just like, okay, I'm so sold on some Big Ten and some SEC action. Big 12, I like what they've done. ACC, I still feel like they have work, and they also have so many question marks with their how they're going to keep this conference together. What do you like? I feel like 3 are very, very comfortable. What do you think about the ACC though right now and where they sit?
Yeah, one thing that could impact the ACC is over the last 24 hours, this story has really taken off about how the NCAA is nearing a settlement in a couple of court cases that would essentially establish and set up a revenue-sharing model for the future. And it would likely require a $15 to $20 million per year budget addition to these athletic departments to share the revenue with the players. And to me, it becomes a question at that point of how many of the ACC schools are willing to do that. Are Wake Forest and Boston College and University of Virginia, are they going to have the room for that? Are they going to be able to swing that with the ACC's media rights guild being what it is? I have no doubt that Florida State, that Miami, that Clemson, and some of these other bigger brands in the ACC can make that happen. But there might be a divide in the ACC along the lines of this court ruling that comes down. That's just something to look at, because we're on the precipice of a pretty big shift there. And the ACC is one of those swing leagues where you got some that have all the money they could ever dream of and plenty of booster support and all that. But then you got your Dukes and your Wake Forest and your UVAs and your BCs and some of these schools that aren't necessarily just your high-dollar athletic department. So, yeah, what's going to happen with the ACC? I think some of that may be determined by the results of this ongoing court case.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I've been kind of keeping my eye on this, just kind of wondering to myself, that there looks like a little shaky ground possibly over there in the future. Now,
yeah, and that's in addition to Clemson and Florida State looking at getting out of the grant of rights and all that. So it's there's a lot of moving parts there in the ACC. 5 years from now, the ACC will not look like it looks right now. I don't know exactly what that change is going to be, but you're either going to find some teams that sort of get their way out of there, or the lower tier, more poor schools are going to sort of, get left behind, something like that. So, yeah, the ACC's in an interesting spot.
I know there's some people right now waving Memphis flags up in the air saying, hey, we're over here, man. Like, check us out. So... Yeah. Please come a-looking. Now, I got to switch gears, and I'm going to talk about the draft, but not in the sense that you think of. When Nick Saban was doing TV with the Pat McAfee show and things of that nature, I thought I was shocked how good he was on television. I appreciated him instead of just kissing every single draft pick's keister and talking about how great everybody was. He gave praise. And then he also, gave criticism, like when he was talking about Drake May and his footwork, et cetera. I actually enjoyed watching Nick Saban. I thought it was pretty funny, but then I didn't even catch this until I saw it on Twitter, and the whole world seemed like they started acting like they had lost their damn mind. When Nick Saban admitted to basically cheating at Alabama, he said that, the quarterback Quentin Mitchell, who was drafted in the first round, he, when they were talking about him, he said, man, we did everything we could to convince him to get in the portal. He was our number one guy to convince to get in the portal. The problem is that with that is you're not supposed to recruit other players unless they're in the portal. You're not supposed to tamper. You're not supposed to, you know what I mean? And this is Nick Saban, who's always complaining about the way college football.
Oh, yeah.
And the way it's done now. And it seems like everybody's kind of lost their mind and been like, oh, my God, if Nick Saban's cheating, is everybody cheating? The simple answer is yes. Everybody's always cheating.
Isn't it interesting how he loses his filter once he's no longer the head coach?
Correct.
Once there's no longer repercussions or any sort of ramifications necessarily for what he says, then he loses the filter a little bit, and you get a peek behind the curtain. And look, I bet it's not Nick Saban texting Kenyon Mitchell directly and saying, hey, buddy, hop in the portal. We'd love to have you. I don't think that's what it is, but there are all sorts of back channel, wink, wink, nudge, nudge communications going on in essentially every college sport, be it through an agent, an AAU coach, a high school coach, a parent, and those, the people who are reaching out, they could be assistant coaches, they can be support staffers, they can be from the collective. There is no shortage of ways for it to be communicated to a mid-major player that they are in high demand at the high major level. And we are seeing that when I come out with my transfer portal winners and losers for college basketball in a couple of days after the deadline hits to enter, there will be no winners from the mid-major league. There are very few. And the only winners from the mid-major leagues are going to be those who somehow managed to keep their rosters together. Because you are not seeing mid-major teams in any college sport improve through the portal right now. They are all getting rated by the portal. And the fact that Toledo was able to hang on to a first-round draft pick is wild. And that will continue to be the exception moving forward.
Now, I think that this is unfair criticism. A lot of people have been calling Saban a hypocrite. And I understand, like, he complained about, Saban was out there complaining about what college football has become. But he was still a part of college football, people, and he had to adapt with the times as well. And again, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Do you think Saban's a hypocrite, or do you think he was honestly just, he was trying to be honest and saying, hey, things are getting a little bit crazy. You really don't have a clue how things really are?
No, I mean, look, think about it. In every industry, there's certain parts of the job that you don't love. I mean, I'm sure there's certain things about what you do that you wish you didn't have to do. There's certain things in my job that I wish I didn't have to do, right? Sometimes we got to aggregate some, dumb story because we think a lot of people might read it, and I'm like, why am I doing this, right? Yep. It's every profession. There's things that you got to do that you don't necessarily want to do or that you wish were different about your profession or your industry. But if you want to survive and you want to be a part of it and you want to keep your job, you got to do them. And so tampering is a part of that. And you can turn, it's just like in everything in life, it's about plausible deniability. If you're Nick Saban, you just got to be smart about the way that you cheat, and so you got to have multiple layers of protection. It's like, Richard Nixon's big problem wasn't that he was trying to get campaign secrets. It's that he left a trail that led directly back to the Oval Office. You know what I mean? So yep. It's the same deal in college sports. If you're out there, I mean, you look, even these college sports coaches in basketball and in football who have tremendous reputations, who are regarded as being rule followers, who don't often get in trouble. They've got people on their staff and bagmen and agents who either communicate with them through back channels or through people on their staff, and so it's just widespread. Tampering is a part of it. NIL negotiations, it's pay for play. Like, we can call it whatever we want, but it's going on everywhere. And when you're in a competitive industry, it's just, everyone's going to push the limits to the furthest extent that they possibly can.
Yeah, they definitely are going to do that. Again, and you have to push the boundaries if you want to compete. Because everybody's out there competing. It does make me think, though, back to Bruce Pearl and his little barbecues and the things that the coaches used to get just smoked for. Have you thought about how much times have changed?
Yeah, it's amazing. And then we see Reggie Bush getting his Heisman back. Yeah, I think that's. I've been on this horse for a while now, but I
call that Vince Young's Heisman that he got back.
Yeah, that's a good call because Texas won that game, right?
Yes,
against
they
USC.
did. Vince Young in the corner with the touchdown, confetti.
Yeah, if they'd handed out that Heisman after the postseason, it might have been Vince Young's. Interesting discussion there. But no, it's like the one that I keep coming back to that I think is relevant for us now is like the way we look at Will Wade. And I think the way we look at Will Wade is going to change a lot over the next 20 years. Because you're talking about a young coach who is accused of doing something that everybody's doing now, which is making a financial offer to a prospect. And so in 20 years, we're going to look at Will Wade like we look at Bruce Pearl now. Maybe he's not the squeakiest, cleanest guy ever, but we don't care about the infractions of the past anymore. And he's going to resurface and be a winner. And I think there's going to be a lot of coaches like that, and players too, whose reputations, like all the Ohio State guys under Jim Tressel and stuff, they were getting tattoos, and we were trying to make them out to be the villains of college sports for getting tattoos. And now look what's happening.
Dan Lanning's got his wife's cleavage on his tattoo.
Wow, yeah, I didn't know about that. But
you haven't seen that tat?
Yeah, rep your wife, man. That's great. Big fan of that.
Dude, I'm telling you, when we get off this, just go Google Dan Lanning's new tattoo. His wife, it's a cleavage picture.
Interesting. Hey, well,
I'm all for cleavage, bro. I've never ever been against it.
I'm not sure how that's going to help him in recruiting, but he's an innovative guy, right? Product of the 901. Spent some time in Memphis, so go Dan Lanning.
Man, I can't believe you haven't seen this tattoo. Am I like the only person that just finds the weirdest stuff that pop up on my timeline?
David, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't seen the picture either, so I guess maybe 2 against 1.
Well, while you're doing nothing, you can Google it and you can tell us if it's warranted. If I think it's pretty wild. Now, damn it, I had another thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, it was NFL draft. I wanted to ask you because you went to the University of Tennessee. You love Tennessee. I was kind of curious. Joe Milton actually got drafted. He looks amazing when he gets off the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude can throw it a country mile. Does Joe Milton have any chance of maybe a coach getting around him and figuring out how to take a little bit off of his fastball?
It's going to take a masterful coaching job to turn Joe Milton into an NFL starting quarterback. Josh Heupel is a really good quarterbacks coach, and
true.
He could barely turn Joe Milton into a serviceable SEC quarterback. So now you put him in the NFL, and I do think he has a chance to stick around as a backup, though, for many years, because you're always going to have a GM or a coach who's just, oh my gosh, he can throw the ball.
6'5", yeah.
Right, yeah. The tools are always going to be there. The tools will be there until Joe Milton is in his mid to late 30s, barring some sort of an injury situation. But in terms of him actually executing and running an advanced NFL scheme, I don't see that.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I don't either. Drake May, though, the team the quarterback that the Patriots drafted to replace Mac Jones and, of course, Tom Brady, I think he does have a chance. He works on his footwork. He'll be fine. He's a big, strong kid. But Joe Milton, I don't know. I just thought I found it surprising when the Patriots picked him in the 6th round. I was just like, damn, man. Like,
yeah,
really?
That was, a shocker. The run on quarterbacks was something to behold in this NFL draft. I don't know that anybody ever saw
6 in the first top 12. Bo Nix. Man, please, can I ask you this? Is Sean Payton's ego going to be the downfall? Like, he's living off that Drew Brees Super Bowl, bro, for a long time. He's already run up Russell Wilson out of there, and now his quarterback room is dead gum. Bo Nix And I can't. Jared Stidham, and who's the other fool that's on that? Oh, and he got Zach Wilson. Like, you got 3 dudes that are very questionable.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's an NFL starter in the bunch there in that quarterback room. But, yeah, kind of crazy to see the emphasis on QBs. And I don't know, I guess it tells you something about the 25 draft class, too, because who are the star college quarterbacks next year that are
Carson
like, oh, yeah,
Beck, Shedeur Sanders, that's about it. Like, I mean, those are the 2 front runners.
Yeah, and I would put both of those guys behind every single one of the college quarterbacks who was taken in the first round this past year, like or a few days ago. So it's like, I mean, Carson Beck, I could see him playing his way into that.
He could be like a Matt Ryan or something.
Yeah, I kind of view him similarly to how I would view a J.J. McCarthy, which is, okay, he had a massive talent advantage around him.
Good point.
He managed things well, but is he the sort of dynamic, game-changing, franchise-defining player that you would expect when you spend a first-round pick on a quarterback? I don't know about that. I think he's a little bit limited in some ways. So, yeah, wow. It makes you curious sort of about who might emerge in college football over the year ahead, because there's going to be room for somebody.
Hey, Johnny Manziel came out of nowhere. Remember, we couldn't even we were calling him Manziel first 2 weeks down in Texas.
That's exactly right. Who's going to be that guy, that quarterback in college football this year? I think there could be 3 or 4 of them who just sort of, oh wow, okay, now we got a star on our hands, and all of a sudden, this guy who we weren't talking about, we're talking about as a draft pick, maybe a Connor Wegman at Texas A&M, or hey, here's one. Jalen Milroe under Kalen DeBoer.
Ooh.
I'm not predicting it, but Kalen DeBoer is really good with quarterbacks.
Let me tell you something. If he can get we saw Jalen Milroe improve from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. My man's got elite speed, and he throws one of the prettiest deep balls you've seen. He's just got to learn how to read defenses.
Yeah, maybe
By the way,
can
saying he's just got to learn to read defenses. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do, but if he can get it done, he could be nasty. Last question I have to ask you: if Bo Nix doesn't leave Auburn, is he even drafted? Or is he right now selling insurance?
He sure as heck wouldn't have been a first-round draft pick. I mean, I know Hugh Freeze has a good reputation with quarterbacks, but I wasn't overwhelmed with what he did with Peyton Thorne last year. And thank goodness Bo Nix didn't follow Gus Malzahn to UCF, because that marriage had run its course. I mean, what a find by Dan Lanning, and what an excellent reclamation project there. It just goes to show sometimes a change of scenery is all you need. It makes you curious about what Dylan Gabriel might do out at Oregon this year. That guy's been around college football for a long time.
Central Florida, Oklahoma, now Oregon. He just keeps going farther west.
And he's always been good. The knock on him is going to be the tools and the size. But, man, if Oregon produces another NFL draft pick at quarterback after having Bo Nix in there as a transfer, then it's going to become the quarterback transfer destination in college football. And it already kind of is, because they also have Dante Moore from UCLA, former 5-star guy who's going to take the job after Gabriel. So, man, I like what Dan Lanning and his staff are doing out there at Oregon. They're making a name for themselves. They're making Oregon attractive based on actual merit and success and on-field results. Whereas with Mario Cristobal, it was always smoke and hype and recruiting buzz and whatever. Whereas like with with Dan Lanning, there's actually substance behind it, and that's been refreshing.
Man, what are you working on these days, by the way? What you got coming down the pipe over at CBSSports.com?
Yeah, another kind of big week on the college basketball front before my focus transitions more fully to the upcoming football season, because this portal deadline is this week, and so there's a lot of content to center around that. And then sort of once we get past that, it's more football-oriented, and then, of course, the NBA draft, I'll contribute some on that. But, yeah, it's going to be that time of year where the calculus shifts back a little bit more towards football. So looking forward to having some of those conversations in the weeks ahead.
David, I could talk with you all day. Man, you just had me bringing up even Oregon quarterbacks. I was thinking of Keely Smith, to Marcus Mariota, to Justin Herbert, to now Bo Nix. They always do they putting guys in the National Football League. And the cool thing about David is you can talk college basketball, college football, the NFL. You can talk it all. Make sure you go read his work at cbssports.com. He's the very best. David, be blessed. Thanks for your time, my friend.
All right, man. I appreciate it. That
is David Cobb. I'm telling you, he's the man, the myth, the legend. We got to take a quick time out. On the other side, though, well, not on the other side. I got a little update for you. I'm going to just give you a little something. And then we're coming back with Zach Boyd because we got to talk about tonight's action in the NBA. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Any day is a good day to sell your home. This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Benstorff Realtors, but the absolute best days to sell your home are those days that end with a Y. That's right. Numerous scientific studies and my friend Kevin, who is also a wine connoisseur, have shown that if you want to sell your home, make sure and use my highly successful strategic marketing program and list on the day ending in a Y. Now think about it. Who would be foolish enough to not trust science and a wine connoisseur? Seriously, changes are happening in the real estate industry, and it's not just that sellers don't know the answers, they don't know the questions. That's why I'm here. If you or someone you know is thinking of selling, I always tell people to talk to 2 to 3 experienced real estate brokers and make sure that I am one of them. Find out why people often say, when you want the job done, you call Shell Done. Call me at 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com. Remember, memphisrelocate.com or 483-0546.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheimer for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. What a great time to buy a new or used car or truck and save money at Sunrise. The largest selection in over a year, over 500 new Buicks and GMCs to choose from, an $8 million used car inventory. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. Factory rebates up to $6,000 and Sunrise discounts high as $10,000. Immediate financing available with loans low as 0% on select models. Cars and trucks under $10,000. When it comes to selection and savings, it doesn't get any better than this, partner. Come on in and save some money at Sunrise. Covington, Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Are you aware? It's patio season. Family Leisure sure is. That's why they have factory direct pricing on swimming pools, spas, and even, yes, patio furniture. Yes, sir, it's indeed patio season. So come by Family Leisure and check out all the brand new 2024 patio furniture sets. And with patio season here, you know that pool season will be here before you even know it. So buy now to get in line for your pool installation and get pre-season pricing. Plus, you could save $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even up to $5,000 on all spas and swim spas. Family Leisure has got special pricing on all in-stock saunas, theater seating, pool tables, and even outdoor kitchens. I love it when it's patio season because of all the fantastic deals that Family Leisure makes available just for you. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Hey Mid-South, get to Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Spring Sales Event and get thunderstruck with 43 MPG Highway and 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. We Gossett for $18,960 or $269 a month, or hit the open road in your 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $28,350 or $379 a month, and adventure starts with 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander SE. We Gossett $32,765 or $449 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, online 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 84 months, Mirage, RH00 5921, MSRP 19460, Eclipse RZO 342,249, MSRP 29,350, Outlander RZO 43754, MSRP 33,765, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. You know you get to listen to him from 3 to 6 and with Brett Norsworthy. We got a lot of basketball to get to. Last night we also watched Boston take care of business. Let me just tell you something. Boston might be in a little bit of trouble, man. Like, Boston could be in a little bit of trouble. Kristaps Porzingis, no mas, man. He had to leave that game. He was going to just set a screen, came up lame real quick. You knew immediately, started calling for help. It's a calf strain, they said. They're still checking. They don't believe it's an Achilles. But, dude, he's a big part of that team. I don't think you can expect 38 points every night from Derek White.
That was a crazy game.
His season high, his career playoff high was 16 points. He had that in the first quarter last night. Or at least early into the second, maybe. Very, very early. But I know he went the bleep off.
Sure did.
And the whole Bam, Jason Tatum thing. Jason Tatum don't pull up and shoot the ball. Foul was called on the ground. Bam's not going to give you a free shot. I don't blame him. I can't believe they called. Man, I don't know. Nuts. And by the way, these guys are teammates on Team USA. Bam and Jason didn't look like they liked each other too much last night. Al Horford came in there and kind of knocked Bam out of the way. But the Celtics beat the brakes off the Heat, 102-88. Zach Boyd's going to join us on the other side. We got to talk a little NBA action, you know what I mean? But I also got to remind you, sometimes you need to get away. Have you needed to get away lately?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Is everything okay, Dacus?
Yes. But, you always need to get away.
Man, I got a spot for you. 4632 Winchester Road. You can get away to Getaway Sports Bar. That's right. It has got 15 monster TVs, coldest beer in town, 6 pool tables, 2 dartboards, a golden tee, great bar grub, wonderful atmosphere. That's 4632 Winchester Road. You can get a cold beer anytime, any day, 24/7, 365 at Getaway Sports Bar. It just makes you feel great to sometimes get away. Don't touch the dial. Zach Boyd's next. Don't forget, 12:30, we have Hardwood on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
The founders of Bell Tavern, Memphis' perfect neighborhood bar, like to say that Bell Tavern was created to be an adult bar. Obviously, you have to be an adult to drink at any bar, but at Bell Tavern, you are expected to act like one. You can always go to a bar at a chain restaurant to find people that feel compelled to shout when they've had a couple of cocktails and people that want to get wound up about something. Or you could tuck into Bell Tavern in historic Barbaro Alley in downtown Memphis and enjoy great drinks, great food, and great conversation. You know, like grown-ups.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts and boots. Frontier is your top Carhartt store in the Mid-South. There's thousands of in-stock shirts and jeans. They have the classic K87 pocket tee in every color they make, including new ones just released. Available small to 4X. Want new jeans? Frontier has you covered with super tough work denim by Carhartt. And you've got to check out their selection of Ariat jeans for men, women, and children. You'll love how easy it is to find the size and style you need. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled world-famous boot showroom? It continues to expand. New styles by Ariat just arrived, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, trust that Frontier's the place to come. See thousands of pairs of Ariat boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and others. And Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Hey, Mid-South! Discover your new ride at Gossett Kia on the Pike. You want it? We Gossett with 2024 Kia Forte LXS. 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. How about 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, rear-wheel drive, $249 a month. Plus, Gossett Kia's got 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease. And you'll always find peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So stop what you're doing and call Bobby J, because he's ready to put you in a new Kia today. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200. Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 4/30/2024. Dealer stock only.
Make your next grill your last with a Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Save money on fuel, eating out, and replacing expensive grills that cannot match the flavor of the Big Green Egg. Ready to cook in only 10 to 15 minutes with temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between with ease. Change your at-home cooking experience for life. Go to shop.biggreenegg.com.
There's nothing quite like a rivalry, and the rivalry between Memphis and Birmingham stretches from college football and basketball to the old USFL. Be on hand Saturday, May 4th, as your Memphis Showboats host the Birmingham Stallions on Rivalry Saturday. We'll be giving away Memphis Showboats bobbleheads, so get in the stadium early to cheer on your favorite Showboats players. Tickets start at just $10, and they're available at theufl.com. That's theufl.com. Memphis versus Birmingham, Saturday, May 4th at 11 a.m. Go Boats!
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
I have this one little saying, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus, and now we're about to talk with Zach Boyd, doing a little NBA, some NFL draft. We'll discuss a little bit of Tigers, maybe. Who knows? We'll see where the segment goes. But I will say, man, you never know where you're going to go, man. Every day is a little different. But the one thing I know that you need every single day, well, you need protection. And you need the best. And Bob Simpson at State Farm is absolutely the man you need to get to help lock you up, to make sure that everything's good with your car, your house, your life, everything you need. I'm telling you, you never know what can go south. Something can happen at any time. And when it happens, you want to make sure that someone's there to back you up. Again, on the road, at the crib, wherever, Bob Simpson has you. Give him a call today at 901-381-1233. That's 901-381-1233, or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. Zach, what is up, my homie?
Johnny, what's happening, man?
Man, doing well, fired up, got more basketball on tonight. Phillies in New York at Madison Square Garden. That's been a hell of a series. Like, that's been a fun series to watch.
The Phillies and
the Knicks.
Knicks.
What did I say?
Yeah. I was like,
what did I say?
Did you say Philly?
I wasn't listening, I'll be honest. Man.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I know they're playing the Knicks in Madison Square Garden tonight. Did I say? Well, I mean, who knows what I said?
I thought you said Phillies. I'm like, Phillies? Like,
man, baseball.
That makes sense, yep.
The 76ers and the Knicks tonight from Madison Square Garden. They're trying to close this jun out. It's a 4.5-point line. New York, Jalen Brunson has been terrible against the 76ers all season long, and in the first two games in Madison Square Garden. Well, my man's woken up, and he is taking care of business. If you paid attention the other night, Jalen Brunson was phenomenal. 47 freaking points. Dude was the best player that night, period. And they got the 3-1 series lead. Embiid is hobbled. He's beaten up. But he's out there. When he's out there on that court, they're like plus 38 with him. They're so down. They're so negative when he's on the bench. It's not even funny. Can the 76ers extend the series, or do you think the Knicks close this bad boy out tonight?
I think the Knicks will close it out tonight. I think because it's just too much. Embiid he's dealing with a lot, and for the fact that he's just going out there, he's still putting up points, and his production says a lot about his talent. But I mean, when you got DiVincenzo coming off the bench hitting big shots, you got Josh Hart.
It's the Nova boys, man.
It's just those three guys.
Those three dudes from that championship team at Villanova have made it the Nova Knicks, and they are destroying it. And it's not just, 47 points came from Brunson, but Hart's defense, DiVincenzo, the fact that he hits a big three, it seems like every moment when the game's about to turn.
Right.
That's like those dudes, hell, they turned Philadelphia into mini mad.
Yeah.
There was Knicks fans all over the place.
Yeah, and that's, when the Knicks are good, it's good for basketball because you get to see how raucous MSG can get. And tonight, I expected the same. I expect the Knicks to come in and close it out. And they're doing this without Julius Randle, and that says something about the core of this team.
Well, Precious Achiuwa is coming in there giving him good minutes every night,
Yeah, give a Memphis
He
guy.
has been doing well, though. He's not, Precious has never asked to score.
No.
But he goes out there and does everything that's dirty that you need him to do. He sets screens, he grabs rebounds. He's been playing good minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just, the young guys on this team is getting opportunities to play, and they're showing up big time, which has always been the Tibbs. It was been Tibbs' issue because he always goes for the veteran players and plays them 40 minutes, like they're expected to win when you got a better younger player on the team ready to go. So, I'm happy that a lot of these young guys, even Deuce McBride. I want to give him some props.
You got to give him some props. He's been playing very good. Hell, man, honestly, like I say, he came down and hit some huge threes the other night.
Yeah,
didn't hesitate to pull the trigger either. Dude, got in the corner, bam.
Yeah, and so kudos to the Knicks, man. I think they should be able to close it out tonight with, I wouldn't say no issues, but they had the talent to close it out.
How'd Josh Hart pull down 17 boards the other night? My God,
he's a rebounding magnet, and that's
he's a ball magnet.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Be careful.
More rebounds than that part. But no, he like that's pretty much his MO since Nova. He's always been this guy that's
always finds the ball.
He's always around the basketball. I don't know how, but he's just always around the basketball. So you add in
OG. We didn't even mention OG Anunoby.
Right,
he's been playing really good.
Surprisingly, he's coming off of the elbow injury. Mm-hmm. I think he had surgery in the middle of the season to kind of correct it. So yeah, no, the Knicks are playing some very, very, very inspired basketball. I think the Knicks are second in the East, I want to say. So yeah, so they face the winner of pretty much the Pacers and the Bucks. Am I right? Yeah. So they're probably going to be facing the Pacers.
I will tell you one thing, that Pacers team,
throwback rivalry. Let's get it.
Pacers team is filthy.
It's filthy, or is it fun?
It's filthy fun. They're a lot better than I gave them credit for. I love Miles Turner. I didn't know I liked Miles Turner. My man's stepping out, taking care of business, bro.
Yeah.
6'11", full 6'11", not afraid to shoot it, fired up, grabbing boards, doing his business. Man, that 29 points the other night, Milwaukee, no Giannis, no damn problem.
Yeah, like talent.
We know what Dame Lillard is when he's on a damn leader of a team, bro. He's Portland. He's the Trailblazers.
Well, I mean, he did get you that one game.
Hey, man, he's going to get you one.
He got him that one game.
Got to get 4 damn series, though.
He kept it afloat long enough before his Achilles injury came, his leg injury.
I did feel bad for him. I did feel bad. He was very hobbled the other night and didn't have a chance. Mm-hmm. The Bucks team, man, it's just, I hate to say this, This is like karma, man. Sometimes you got to let players play and not run your organization. And I know Giannis is a superstar and you don't want him to leave and all these wonderful things. You're trying to appease your superstar. But, dude, getting rid of Adrian Griffin looks dumb. And bringing in Doc.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It ain't worked.
Yeah. No, I talked to Brian about this on Wolo show. Wolo and Friends on Sports 56. And, you know, they deserve some heat. Specifically, the front office deserves some heat because nobody told you to trade for Dame, but you did. And most teams, when they do, they trade for superstars. You're gonna lose depth. So cool, you got an offseason.
But why would you want to get rid of your best defensive player, an NBA champion, and one of the better point guards in all of basketball to bring in a super scorer, but a defensive liability?
I agree. And that's the only thing. It's like they lost a lot of key pieces by trading away Dame. And so then it's like, okay, cool. They got an offseason to figure it out or whatever. But then you hired a first-year head coach with a Bucks team that's supposed to be all in. And I'm like, okay, like that's not – I get it. Like they kept the bud tree going, but it's like I don't really understand that. And then you subsequently – like a few months later, fired that first-year head coach because they got into it with Giannis, and they were 30-12, I think, at one point. So,
and I honestly didn't think that it was really going to matter nearly as much as it has. And again, the weird thing about this is this Bucks team, they're paying former coach Mike Budenholzer. They're also paying Adrian Griffin.
Yep.
And now they do still have to pay Doc Rivers for the next 3.5 years. So how bad could this have really been for? Like, do a lot of Bucks fans realize how much money they just tied up? They're spending $40 million.
Yeah, is
on coaches through the 27 season. Think about that.
Yeah, it's not players.
And by the way, I don't think any of those three dudes that they're paying currently through 2027 are going to be coaching next year. Like, they're going to have to bring in yet another coach. They're going to spend more money on coaches than anybody ever. I mean, it's insanity what they did. And I kind of liked Doc when he was first hired because he had Dave Yeager come with him.
Yeah.
But, man, dude, sorry, Dave. Sorry, Doc. Ain't working.
Well, and to be fair to Doc, he didn't have an offseason to install anything that he wants.
Yeah, but he had enough time with James Harden and Joel Embiid to damn get the things right, and they sure didn't do that.
I mean, that's a fair point too. That's a fair point. But again, it goes back to the roster construction in itself because the Bucks didn't have any defenders out on the floor outside of Giannis, Brook Lopez.
That's why you don't let a player
Bobby
run your
Portis.
organization.
Like there's no other good defender. You know, especially along the perimeter, they didn't have any good defenders around the perimeter, so they were getting torched.
And the Pacers, even though Tyrese Halliburton's got the ugliest shot I've ever seen in my entire life, it is ugly. It goes in.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
It's a funky looking thing.
Somehow, some way.
It is funky, but I like that. Hey, Spicy P is playing his little ass off.
Yeah.
You know, Miles Turner has become a guy that, is a center. That I don't watch a lot of Indiana basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, it's just that I don't really care about the Pacers. It's just somebody that just doesn't do it for me.
Mm.
But now that I've been paying attention to him, like, I really like him. I mean, Toppin's coming in there, giving him good minutes. Turner is a handful out there. When you got a center who's 6'11", 7 feet tall, can stretch you out and pull you out on the perimeter and shoot the ball, grab boards, good. I mean, he's just good. And then Spicy P's just, I like him. I like this team.
Yeah, no, it's a fun team for sure. It's one of those young, fun teams that you would love to kind of just watch them just go out and ball out. Now, the only thing is that, he hasn't because a lot of people been hitting me up about the whole Halliburton. Is Halliburton better than Ja thing? And I'm just like, it is what it is. I don't really anymore.
No, man, I think I like Ja better, but I mean, I understand Halliburton's defense, his length and his size. But the person who I hate to say this, like the dude who just now passed Ja, that's Ant-Man.
Sure.
Ant-Man's what, 22?
Yeah, I'm fine with that because it was going to be between him and Ja anyway.
Golly,
I think Halliburton hasn't had that signature moment in the playoff for me. Like he had a great game. He had a really good game last game. 24 points. He was 5 of 12 from 3. Like 4 assists. So he was about average on the other statistics that he's normally good at. But he hasn't had that moment where he's one of the best players. He just kind of just been the team guy, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. But, when you talk about superstardom, talking about moving the needle, making people adjust to you rather than to the team, like he hasn't had that yet. Well, still early to tell because, they're about to close them out and head into the second round to face the Knicks possibly. But he hasn't had that moment yet. And so that is kind of where I'm wanting to see because Ja had several of those moments in the last few seasons, whether that's getting to the Grizzlies into the playoff through the play-in, big moments against Minnesota, big moments against the Warriors, and then on a broken hand had 40, and nearly got the Grizzlies back into that game against the Lakers. So it's like. Ja has had several of those moments. I'm still waiting on Halliburton's, though.
Well, we'll get to see going forward. We'll get to see.
Yeah.
Now, also got to bring up the Magic and the Cavs because I don't understand the series. So the Cavs whipped the Magic's face into the ground in the first 2 games, and then the Orlando Magic beat the Cavs so badly that they look unrecognizable. What is going on in this series?
This is the case of when role players play well at home. Like that is exactly what this is. This is when role players play well at home. When they're in a familiar gym that they're used to playing in, that they're comfortable in playing in.
Well, also Paolo at home looked unguardable.
Yes,
like he was in a different gear. Like I don't know anybody in the world that was going to stop him those last 2 games.
Yeah, Paolo's on his way. If he's not already there, he's on his way, and. He is literally like willing.
And by the way, and Franz Wagner, Hans and Franz had 35 points the other night. I think. Damn, where'd that come from?
No, they've always been a fun team to kind of watch.
Orlando, another team that I don't pay much attention to.
They're another young, fun team to kind of keep an eye on because they got a bunch of guys that can individually. They're a bunch of guys that can get their shot off at any point. Paolo. Franz, even like Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, they always got a lot of guys that can go off for a big number. But it's like as a collective, as a team, can they put it together? And you just kind of
Jonathan Isaac's not looking bad either.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. Like, hey, look,
dude, you dropped down 4 or 5 3-pointers. I'm down with you in a ball game.
I get that. I understand. I'm just completely out on him in my eyes. And that's just Zach. That's just Zach talking. That's just
for a first round pick, like he ain't ever gonna be what you. He's a role player. He's a dude coming off the bench.
Right. That's all he is.
He was drafted to be a baller, and he's a role player. Mm-hmm. And you know what? When you find your role, you can make a hell of a living.
You can make a lot of money off of it. Look at Aaron Gordon with the Nuggets.
Good God, dude! Aaron Gordon is not just a role player. That dude's a high flying machine, dude. I love Denver and the way the pieces work because Mike Malone. You have Jamal Murray, the most unselfish superstar who's never been on a all NBA team, never been an NBA All-Star, yet only Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Allen Iverson have more 50-point playoff games than this man.
Yeah.
He's got 2 game winners. He had an epic playoff run last year in the first round against the Lakers. Already has 2 game winners. Dude is box office.
Yes, he is.
Clutch. Jokic is the best player in the world. But, man, when you look at what Aaron Gordon, he defends your best player. And if Aaron Gordon might be the most important player for Denver when it comes to the Minnesota series starting on Saturday, because you know who's going to be locked up on Ant-Man. It's going to be Aaron Gordon.
Well, that's if he's not guarding Cat.
Dude, I think he's going to be on Ant.
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think because knowing knowing how the Nuggets like to run
Cat
offense.
shoots too many threes.
And this is
Ant gets to the rack.
And this is where my point kind of brings up with
I put Michael Porter out there to stand in front of him and let him shoot threes.
Either Michael Porter or to start the game, you could put Michael Porter or KCP on Ant. Let them kind of just hold it up. And then once it gets kind of clutch time, because then at that point, they got to make a decision between having Gobert or Cat
on the court, yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to run both and be successful. That's just not going to work with the Nuggets.
Jokic's outlet passes from when he gets a rebound and throws those touchdown passes down the other end of the court, the way they run out, man, I think that would be
it's not going to work. So you're going to have to make a decision between Gobert or Cat at the 5. And whoever's going to play the 5, that's when Aaron Gordon's going to be on
Ant.
And then that's when you're going to see things going to get really tight, get really weird, because outside of Ant, who else on the Timberwolves you're going to lean on? Who else? Like you said, like Cat takes a lot of threes. He knocked down like 40% of them in this past regular season.
But as Ant-Man says, the problem with Cat is he can't stop effing fouling. Did you see that thing?
Yeah.
Dude, he dropped like 8 F-bombs? He also
Don't care.
He did the double X to the crotch area and all the face.
Yeah.
He's a trip, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets
a little fine for that one.
You know, some in the mill by FedEx,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. But that's,
But make sure you use FedEx because that's more money for our NIL deals at the University of Memphis.
Yes, it is.
FedEx.
Yes, it is. So you're gonna. It's going to be a chess match for sure because
it's going to be a chess match. One question I forgot: are you rooting for Mike Conley like I kind of am? Like I hated Minnesota. This is a team I've never liked. I've never liked Cat. I've never liked Rudy. It's just how it was. But Dan, they do have Kyle Anderson. They got Slow-Mo. They got my man Mike Conley. Mike Conley, when he was drafted out of Ohio State and he first got here, the crap he put up with, and then to turn into one of the best point guards ever to play for the Grizzlies.
Still haven't made it All-Star game.
And still one of the best damn human beings to come through the organization. He's a good dude. It's kind of hard not to want him to get one of them rings.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at with it because it's but I
hate the Timberwolves, but right now because of Ant and because of Conley and because of Kyle, I'm kind of rooting for him.
I'm rooting for Conley to have a good series. But I think the Nuggets are still the better team overall. Just think they're the better team.
It's kind of hard to argue with that. Nuggets team looks nasty. By the way, one other question because I know I'm late for a break. But they have one slot open. If you were going to take a guard, are you taking Kyrie or Brunson
for
the NBA? I'm sorry, for the Olympics. The Olympic team.
Kyrie or Brunson? Yeah, Kyrie.
Yeah, me too.
Give me as many hoopers on this team as one.
The handles and the shot.
Yeah, give me them. Here's the thing. I feel like at times people like to overthink with Team USA because it's well, we got to get guys that can shoot the ball. We got to get guys.
Kyrie can shoot the ball. He's also got the filthiest handles.
We got
to walking bucket.
We got to get a good defender. No, give me the best hoopers. Establish some type of hierarchy. Don't be afraid to tell them what their job is. And then we're going to play basketball. We're going to play some defense and we're going to get out in transition. We're going to give everybody a show. It's not hard to kind of field a team together for Team USA for the Olympics.
Man, I'm with you.
The hardest part is telling these superstar players, hey, this not the 76ers. This not the Lakers. This not the Suns. This is not whoever team that you want to be on. You're gonna have to play as a team because again, they all on separate teams. But in order for it to work, in order for you to get the goal, y'all gotta play together as a team. Everybody gotta play a role.
Yeah, you need somebody like MJ who's gonna be that cold-blooded leader. Basically.
Yeah. At the end of the day. Because like the Redeem team, and I love the Redeem team. The Redeem team was so much fun to watch during their run. Like, you talking about Kobe, Braun, Wade, Melo, like Russ, CP, like them were some dogs on that team, man. And they all came together at different points and made it work. Wade was coming off the bench and was like giving people problems. So yeah, like, give me Kyrie. Like, let's not think twice about it. Like, sure, Brunson had a great FIBA run, because he was pretty much ball hogging the entire time. But yeah, sure, like, give me Kyrie, man. Stop playing.
I'm with you on that one. I think it's pretty simple, even though Brunson's been awesome. Now, last but not least, 3 games tonight, all 3 lines, 4.5. Knicks home team, 4.5 point favorite. Cavs at home, 4.5 point favorite. Pacers on the road, 4.5 point favorite in Milwaukee. If you had to pick one favorite, which one do you feel the most comfortable with?
Probably the Pacers on the road.
That's what I think too.
Because no Giannis, no Dame.
Dame banged up, man. That's insane, man.
It's going to take a historic effort from the Bucks to beat the Pacers tonight.
I have a feeling I'm riding with the Pacers, but I'll tell y'all about 12:50. Make sure you check out Zach 7 to 11 Monday through Friday. Follow him on Twitter at RackCityZach, and don't forget, he's always with me on Tuesday at 12, unless he has a very, very nice person and joins me on a Wednesday at noon, like he did that one time. Appreciated that little move. Now we got to move because Hardenwood is on the other side. Breaking news.
Oh, we got breaking news.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
What's the breaking news?
This is breaking. I'm looking at Doc Holliday's Twitter from Action News 5. Penny is adding Andre Turner to the coaching staff.
Wow.
No kidding.
So that means somebody's out, right?
Maybe.
I haven't seen anybody out, so that means somebody would
have to be, because is
he adding him as an assistant?
As an assistant.
So it's Rick, and then he's got a couple more assistants.
It's Rick, it's Faraji,
and then the guy from New York that is a recruiting person. Andy Borman. That's right. So I guess one of those guys is gone.
So the little general is going to be on this coaching staff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know he was the little general back in the day?
You asking me or you asking Zach?
I didn't. Either one of you. I know Zach's older than you, I think. Right? Yes. I could believe Zach would remember 85.
No, I don't. I would not.
I'm a child.
I've heard of him.
No. You weren't even like in 85, homie. You weren't even thought about.
Dude, I was around. Rick Stansberry, Faraji Phillips, Andy Borman, and Jamie Roser. So, I mean, sounds like Rick's back next year.
Rick is definitely back next year.
I guess one of those other assistant coaches is out. How about that?
Yeah.
Welcome back, little general.
Spent 3 years at Lane College.
Yeah, he's their head coach.
As their head coach. So was not expecting that.
Damn, man. The little general back at the crib. We're taking a quick break. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, folks. The Chevy Sheriff with good news for car and truck buyers. The Sunrise Chevy Ranch has acres of new Chevys and GM certified in stock, ready for immediate delivery. A $6 million used car inventory and cars and trucks for every budget, and a lot specializing in cars and trucks under $99.95. If you've been turned down by another dealer, see us at Sunrise. We specialize in financing, and SunriseMemphis.com is home of guaranteed credit approval. Cars and trucks may not be free, but at least they're affordable at Sunrise. Together, let's drive to the Sunrise Chevy Ranch, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville.
Fill your spring with brilliant style at Sissy's Log Cabin. From the latest designer trends to one-of-a-kind pieces to exquisite diamonds, you'll find the joy you need for a stylish spring while enjoying the Sissy's promise of unmatched quality, service, and selection. Experience Sissy's for yourself when you stop by any of our 6 locations or shop online at sissyslogcabin.com. Create the style of your dreams only at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Is your home screaming for an upgrade? Listen closely, because Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing is about to make your day. First up, say goodbye to cold showers and hello to endless hot water with our tankless water heater upgrade. Not only does it save space and energy, but it also keeps the hot water flowing exactly when you need it. And here's the kicker. Switch from your old tank to a sleek, efficient tankless water heater now, and Choates will hand you a $500 credit. Yep, you heard that right. $500 back in your pocket. But wait, there's more. Clogged drains are a hassle no homeowner wants to deal with. With Choates' special offer, get your drains cleared for just $93, or it's absolutely free. That's our guarantee to make it drain or you don't pay a dime. So why wait? Call Choates today at 347-8086 or visit us online at choateshvac.com. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Happy Mother's Day from Gould's. Give the gift of relaxation, give the gift of style, give the gift of Gould's this Mother's Day with a Gould's gift card. Buy a gift card for $120 and receive $20 off May 1st through May 12th. It's always the right size and fit for professional salon services, spa services, and the best selection of exclusive hair and skincare products in Memphis. Pick up a gift card for mom at any Gould's or go to GouldSalonSpa.com and use code Mother's Day 24 to purchase online. GouldSalonSpa.com. Gould Salon Spa, turning heads since 1932.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/30/2024, dealer stock only.
Hey, Jeff Allen, what's happening over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah Wonderland?
Randy, we are making magic on Mount Moriah. 2024 Kia Forte LXS, 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month, and a 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease.
And 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9, and always get peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
So get over there, Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawild Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a beautiful Tuesday in the Mid-South, and we've been rolling right along. NBA playoffs tonight. All four favorites are 4.5-point spread. No, I don't think all the favorites are going to cover, and I definitely don't think all the underdogs are going to cover. We're going to talk about who we're going to bet on in a little bit. You got 76ers and the Knicks, Magic and the Cavs, Pacers and the Bucks. Now, I got to tell you, it's a perfect, beautiful day. On your way home from, work, stop by your local liquor store. Pick you up a bottle of Tito's. It's the best spirit around. You can go home and kind of celebrate that you got a wonderful day. Another day of work behind you. You're just one more day closer to a little Friday. And you get to enjoy the best spirit in the world. And yes, I said the world. It is the gold medal winner for the #1 vodka tonic in the world. It has won more awards than you can shake a stick at. It's won more awards. Who's got a lot of Grammys? Who's a great singer that's won a bunch of Grammys?
Drake.
No way. He's won a Grammy?
Drake? Yeah.
For real?
Drake probably has a ton of Grammys.
Drizzy?
How many Grammys does
Tito's got
Drake
more damn awards than Drizzy.
Oh, wow. Drake only has 5 Grammys. Let's see who has the most Grammys.
Yeah, there's
Who
like
has
27 awards at least by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Beyonce has 32.
Damn, Beyonce. So Tito's is like the Beyonce of vodka.
I love that.
They win all the awards. Why, though? Because it's simply the best. I'm so damn serious when I say this. It's slightly sweet with a black pepper note. Why does it have that unique flavor? Because it's just done different. Tito Beverage said, I want to use 100% corn. I want my vodka to be gluten-free. I also don't want to just distill it. After I 6 times distill it, I'm going to still it the old school way in classic copper pots. And that's why it's such a unique flavor. And again, there's no frills, no flavors, there's no fancy labels. It's just the best juice around. Get your Tito's on today. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Hallelujah. I found a woman in the WNBA that I absolutely agree with. And no, it's not Caitlin Clark. I love me some WNBA now. Isn't this funny?
I'm glad to hear it.
I mean, I'm all up in this. And you know when Diana Taurasi, you know who she is?
Yes.
Did you know who she was before Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
Damn. Well, I didn't, but I'm going to tell you something. This woman's awesome at basketball, right?
Diana Taurasi?
Yeah.
She is.
Like, she's a former UConn national champion. She's an NBA champ. She's like an MVP. Like, she's the real deal Holyfield. And she made a couple comments basically about Caitlin Clark and says that, she praised the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, the girl looks superhuman when you're playing against 18-year-olds, but when you're going to come play against some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time, I'm not saying it's not going to translate, but there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself a little bit of grace. She offered Caitlin Clark, I thought, some grace, but fans came out there and said, oh my God, she's dissing Caitlin Clark. And you know what Diana, what's her name?
Rossini.
No, that's the lady.
No, that's the reporter.
Diana Taurasi.
Similar. Tomato, tomato.
No, Rossini's
she's
reporter.
Great at her job. She's a reporter. She's great at her job.
Both. You know what? Both these women are great at their jobs.
They are. You're right about that.
That's the
All right, I was reading something about the NFL, and so when you said
Diana Rossini immediately.
Yeah.
But so she comes out, and a lot of people started saying that I can't believe that Diana Taurasi is jealous of Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Jealous of Caitlin Clark? No, I don't think so. She was just saying, like, I don't know if you know this, when you go from middle school to high school, is there not a transition?
Well, that's the thing. Like any sport, when you go from college to the professionals,
college to pro,
there's that gap. Like you're gonna have some like growing pains.
People don't walk in and play like Brock Purdy, which is still blowing my mind since he was the last pick in the NFL draft. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go. Brock Purdy comes in and he goes to the NFC Championship game in his first season. His second season, he takes them all the way to the damn Super Bowl. Like, that doesn't usually happen. You look at, Ken Griffey Jr.'s, like, that's not normal. Like, the kid was 19 years old, playing with his dad in the pros and was better than his dad. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see these things all the time. You don't just walk into a league and dominate. There is a growing curve. But fans came out and just blistered Diana Taurasi, saying she's jealous. Oh, screw you. You don't let it. You know what Diana Taurasi came back and said? Damn. He's like, these new young NBA fans, he's like, y'all are all just really, really sensitive. Y'all are soft. Like, damn, bro. Like, chill out. I'm not saying anything bad about the women. And you know what I like to say about young people all the time? They're softer than baby poop. And they also don't understand reality. Please. I'm with Diana Taurasi. She sounds like an old woman for me. What are you doing? Why are you looking crazy?
I was hearing some noise. I didn't know if the world was ending. I didn't know what was going on, so I was trying to figure out what was going on.
I hope the world don't end, son.
I hope not.
Great news for everybody out there. Great news. Today is not just... What did we find out that was breaking? Oh, the Little General. The day the Little General, Andre Turner, returns to the University of Memphis will coincide in history with the day that the federal government has finally decided, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, that is called the DEA. Y'all know what the DEA is, right?
Sure.
Don't play no games. They are finally making marijuana no longer a Schedule 1. They are taking it down to a Schedule 3. It's still a controlled substance and subject to rules and regulations, but it is not a federal crime. Hallelujah!
How about that?
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! By the way, did you know that the fastest growing marijuana, one of the fastest growing industries in the country is the marijuana industry?
Is that right?
Yep. It is, weed brought in $30 billion to the feds.
Lord. Good business.
And
how do I get into it?
Man. I think you might have to smoke it first, and you're never going to do that.
Well, hey, look, I think every business needs a good businessman. What do they say, John? You don't want to get high on your own supply. So,
that's true.
Nobody's got to worry about me getting high on their supply.
I don't date girls that smoke weed. Does that sound weird?
Maybe. I mean, I know about you, that does kind of surprise me.
I don't exclude them. I just don't date them long because they smoke my stash.
I see. So
Shasta didn't smoke bud.
Right. So you're
the young lady
hey,
before then did not smoke bud. I learned a long time ago that when you date a girl who smokes weed with you, she's gonna sit at home and smoke all your weed. And when you come home from work and there's not a bowl left, you ain't gonna be very happy with your girlfriend.
That's a good point, I guess.
So date girls that don't smoke your weed. Therefore, you always got weed at home to smoke. Man, I got strong life. I'm here to help people with their lives.
You really are. John, I brought a story to the table today, and I don't have to tell it today. I can save it if you have more stories, but if you don't have a story you want to get to, I'm just letting you know I do have a story.
Give me one.
Okay. John, probably 10 years ago or so, did you ever watch Arena Football League? A big Arena Football guy. I know Memphis had a team.
Do you not remember my buddy, Jason Stewart, who played football at the University of Memphis?
Okay.
He was was the MVP of the Arena Football League. He's also one of the largest marijuana advocates in the world, and he's the first guy in the history of the sport to throw a touchdown pass during a game, run over to the sideline, pull a fat spliff out of his sock, and smoke it with a fan in the front stands.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I don't remember exactly what league that was in.
That was the Arena Football League.
It was not the Arena Football League.
It was Arena Football, damn it. It was the best
It was
arena.
It was indoor football. I remember that, but I don't remember.
Jason Stewart.
I don't remember what.
Arena Football. Look at me. I'm doing it myself. I'm doing work myself.
That was the fan-controlled football league. So a little bit different. That was a mess of a league.
It was not. It was awesome. How many other quarterbacks are lighting up spliffs?
Great point.
Think about it, if you're a fan and you go to a dead-gum football game, how awesome would it be if, Tom Brady came over and smoked a spliff with you?
Absolutely. Well, very similar, I think, to the Arena Football League. But obviously,
back in the day, though, if Michael Irvin caught a touchdown pass and came over, he wouldn't be smoking a spliff. You'd have to do a gator tail with him or a little bump.
Sure, absolutely. But the Arena Football League was big back in the day. Memphis had a team. Memphis had a couple
Warner
teams.
Played in the Arena League.
Kurt Warner played in the Arena Football League.
He also was a grocery bag dude.
That's right. So the Arena Football League had a massive hiatus. It hadn't been around for a while. And this year was going to be their first year back. So everybody was excited. Things were going good. Arena football is back, baby. I was excited. I know that for. So this past week, I've been paying attention to Arena Football.
The Pharaohs.
We did have a team, the Pharaohs. So I'm sure a lot of people remember the Arena Football League being here. Well, they're back. Last weekend was week 1 in the AFL. A lot of people excited about it, but I don't think many people know about it. The rollout for this league has been atrocious. John, the Philadelphia Soul, that has been a historically great Arena Football League team, was a powerhouse before when the Arena Football League was doing its thing. They brought him back for this iteration of the Arena Football League. John, they had to play the Louisiana Voodoo that used to be the New Orleans Voodoo. Danny Wimprime, former Memphis Tiger, played for the New Orleans Voodoo back in the day. They were supposed to play the Louisiana Voodoo in week 1. John, the Arena Football League only paid for a one-way ticket flight for them down to Louisiana. Once they got to Louisiana, they go to their hotel that they were supposed to go to, had the airport send all their bags to their hotel. They get to the hotel. The person at the front desk says, nobody paid for y'all's rooms, so we need somebody to pay some money for these rooms that we have reserved for y'all. They said, well, we don't make enough money. We don't have enough money to buy however many hotel rooms. So they locked their things, their personal items, into a room until they could pay it. Finally, the police came, got it all under control. After that, the Arena Football League fired all of them. They gave them the release papers the day before the game, 2 days maybe before the game. No, it was Friday night. They played on Saturday.
The players?
The players. Got rid of all the players and brought in like a little like minor league, arena league somewhere. They brought all their players in to play in week 1. The game was supposed to be streamable, like you could watch it. Took the stream down. You couldn't watch it on stream. And so nobody knows what happens in that game. Commissioner hadn't said anything about this, nothing, but we know none of the players are still on the team. One of the players, the quarterback, just signed to the Indoor Football League, much better product if anybody's interested in arena-style football. And they did a podcast last night where they basically started ripping everybody for calling their league a bad league.
How did these guys get home?
I have no idea.
So they flew them to New Orleans. They didn't pay for the hotel. And then when they were down there and then didn't have a return flight, they fired their ass?
Sure did. They gave them all the release papers. And you should see, John.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm boycotting this league just on that purpose alone. That is about the most... That is so unprofessional.
Crazy. And some of the rollouts are fine. Like Albany has a team. Their field looks amazing. Their stream over the weekend looked great. Nashville has a team. Their arena looked really good. Their field looked great.
Wait, Nashville has an arena team? Did you not know
Cats.
they have this thing called the Titans there?
But now the Nashville Cats are there. Now the Nashville Cats are there.
2nd Street, Printers Alley,
now the Nashville Cats there.
Bridgestone.
Now the Nashville Cats there. So their rollout's been great. But some of these, the boards on the side aren't up there. I mean, it's been a mess. So I'm giving them another chance for week 2. Like I said, they put out a podcast yesterday, basically ripping an official league podcast, basically ripping everybody for calling their league bad. They ended up deleting that podcast this morning. We'll see what happens in week 2. I'll keep everybody updated.
Holy moly, that sounds crazy. We got bets on the other side, so don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. Add in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Mid-South! Discover your new ride at Gossett Kia on the Pike. You want it? We Gossett with 2024 Kia Forte LXS. 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. How about 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, rear-wheel drive, $249 a month. Plus, Gossett Kia's got 2024 Telluride LX front-wheel drive, $369 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease. And you'll always find peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000 50,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So stop what you're doing and call Bobby J, because he's ready to put you in a new Kia today. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition B, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte RE756 120, MSRP 22,320, EV6 P56 03393, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG5 1041, MSRP 37,935, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/30/2024, dealer stock only.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time to have a good time at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Olive Branch and Carterville. Come by for half-price happy hour 2 to 6 Monday through Friday with domestic drafts and $3 snacks. Then try one of Mugshot's 19 specialty burgers, including the Mugshot Burger. Finish it in 12 minutes and it's free. Plus, you get a free shirt. Mugshots in Olive Branch, 6400 Goodman Road, and Mugshots in Carterville, 656 West Poplar. So cheers to great food, good drinks, and fun company at Mugshots Grill and Bar, where you're always having a good time.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy 2 for Tuesday. I've been giving good life advice for y'all today. I told y'all, don't date a woman that's going to smoke your supply. You don't want somebody getting high on your supply. And the reason I mention that is because marijuana is going from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3. The DEA is finally dropping it down in classification. Hallelujah. That's great stuff. Since I'm giving you a bunch of great life tips, I got one more for you. If you're ever stuck on an annoying phone call, did you know if you put your phone on airplane mode instead of just hanging up on it, it's going to say call failed instead of they think you hung up on them. So you can just be like, bro, I don't know if I should say this on the radio because I use this a lot, but dude, just for those who are listening right now, you get annoyed with somebody, just turn it on airplane mode, middle of the conversation, bing, bang, it's over. Now, we got a bet tonight. We got some basketball, 3 huge games. And I'm just going to tell you right now, this is simple. If you're going to take a game not in line and you're going to play it at the beginning, it's the Pacers minus the 4.5. They're going to go into Milwaukee and take care of business. No Dame, no Giannis, no damn problem. For Dacus, I'm John. That's my time. Peace.
This Mother's Day, let's celebrate the woman who held our scraped knees, cheered our victories, and nurtured our dreams, and show her the love she deserves. Of course, there's no single gift that can truly express the depths of our love, but this Mother's Day at Genesis Diamonds, we'll help you find something truly special. From sparkling diamonds to timeless pearls to colored gemstones, we have it all. And the trusted experts at Genesis are here to help you find the perfect piece that helps you say, thank you, Mom. It's a perfect time to see the amazing collection of exclusive and acclaimed jewelry designers at Genesis, like Gabriel & Company, Shy Creation, Tacori, A. Jaffe, Simon G., and more. You can find all the mothers in your life something unique, handcrafted and beautiful. Jewelry she can wear and appreciate every day. Mom deserves the best. Let us help make this Mother's Day truly unforgettable with something affordable yet timeless. Happy Mother's Day from Genesis Diamonds. On Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheimer for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. What a great time to buy a new or used car or truck and save money at Sunrise. The largest selection in over a year, over 500 new Buicks and GMCs to choose from, an $8 million used car inventory. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. Factory rebates up to $6,000 and Sunrise discounts high as $10,000. Immediate financing available with loans low as 0% on select models. Cars and trucks under $10,000. When it comes to selection and savings, it doesn't get any better than this, partner. Come on in and save some money at Sunrise, Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Are you aware? It's patio season. Family Leisure sure is. That's why they have factory direct pricing on swimming pools, spas, and even, yes, patio furniture. Yes, sir, it's indeed patio season. So come by Family Leisure and check out all the brand new 2024 patio furniture sets. And with patio season here, you know that pool season will be here before you even know it. So buy now to get in line for your pool installation and get pre-season pricing. Plus, you could save $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even up to $5,000 on all spas and swim spas. Family Leisure has got special pricing on all in-stock saunas, theater seating, pool tables, and even outdoor kitchens. I love it when it's patio season because of all the fantastic deals that Family Leisure makes available just for you. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
It's time to get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, where we're celebrating the 75th anniversary sales event, and it's time you got your new V-Dub on. Get ready to take your pick of 2024 Taos S, or a 2024 Tiguan S, or a 2024 Jetta Sport. Your choice, $279.99.